a.m. KOAL. Price.
Welcome to the KOAL High School Baseball Game of the Week. Good afternoon and welcome to the Game of the Week here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 7:50 AM. Today, the Game of the Week here at Emery High School. The Emery Spartans will battle the North Sanpete Hawks in region play. Hello again and welcome to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Sonny Buscarini and Aiden Mortensen bringing you the action here from Emery High School. North Sanpete comes in sitting number 6 in 3A with a 10-9 overall record, 3-2 in region play, and the Emery Spartans sit number 12, 5-11 overall, 1-4 in region play. And these two teams played Tuesday, and the Emery Spartans knocked off North Sanpete 3-2 to get their first region win of the season. So it should be a good one. We've seen North Sanpete play. When they battled the Carbon Dinos, it was a game of the week a couple of weeks ago, and we watched Hudson Smith pitch. And guess what, Aiden? We get the honor of watching him again. And when he played up at Carbon High School a couple of weeks ago, he was lights out.
Now, Sonny, it's a gift and a curse to be able to watch him again. On one hand, you're watching one of the most talented pitchers in the 3A classification. On the other hand, you're watching him pitch against the Spartans. And anytime he takes the mound, Sonny, he is a tall task to try and defeat. 11 strikeouts last time out for Smith against the Dinos. He was just electric. It seems like anytime it felt like his control was slipping, he was able to quickly get composure of himself up on the mound and start delivering back into the strike zone. And anytime he found himself in a jam, he was able to escape it with what seemed to be ease. He is a very talented pitcher, and the Spartans going to have their hands full on the offensive side.
Yeah, the left-handed pitcher. He's a junior, wears number 7 for North Sanpete. Pitching today for the Emery Spartans will be the junior, number 7, Garrett Conover.
And we've seen G before, but throughout most of the early season, he was out with an injury, so he's a pretty key piece for the Spartans to be getting back this late in the year. Let me tell you, son, he's a kid who does just a little bit of everything. He takes care of it all on the season, holds a 1.85 ERA. However, 2 losses to 0 wins when it comes to that category through 3 appearances. So Garrett can throw it. He's a very talented pitcher, but he's going to need to get some run support from the offense.
So it's the game of the week here from Emery High School. It's the Emery Spartans and North Sanpete, the Hawks playing in region play as we get down towards the end of the regular season. This is when the games start, of course, they all mean a lot, but when you start getting down towards the end of the season, this is when you want to start playing good baseball.
Yeah, this is where you want to start really peaking in terms of a team. And, you know, we've seen it year after year for the Spartans. Every time it feels like they've come in a 10 seed, a 13 seed. But as soon as that first round of the playoffs hit, they're on the road. That's when they really tend to turn things on. And once they get to those neutral site games, we've seen some of the best performances we've seen from the Spartans throughout their whole history. And that includes just some deep tournament runs, upsetting teams who were expected to go in there and dominate. That's one thing you got to give to manager Chase Julian. He instills a very gritty work ethic into these kids, and it's something that they really show every time they step onto the diamond.
We have an interview coming up here on the pregame show. Tell the listeners a little bit about what to expect on an interview that's coming up.
Well, earlier this week, Jordan was able to catch up with Trig Jensen of the Spartans. Just a week ago, he was able to throw a no-hitter against North Severe, and looking, he was able to replicate a lot of that success going throughout these later stages of the year. He's going to talk about that appearance. He's going to be talking about the team as a whole and what they're looking forward to as we step into the get closer to the postseason part of our season. Spartans at number 12 in the RPI. North Sanpete slotted at number 6. So a pretty even matchup between these two teams.
We'll hear that interview when we come back here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show, and they'll have the starting lineups for you for both teams, and it'll be time for the first pitch. It's the game of the week here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 7:50 AM from Emery High School, Emery and North Sanpete when we come back.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next vehicle. They offer guaranteed lowest prices. Come check out the selection of Ford F-Series trucks, including America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150.
We have them all right here in Price. Stop in and see us for a different experience.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans. News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the Castle Country Radio High School Game of the Week here at Emery High School. It's Emery and North Sanpete, and we will go.
It's time to name the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week, and today we come to Emery.
About the big game that he had the other day, and we'll play that interview for you now.
It's time to name the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week, and today we come to Emery High School. We get to talk baseball. We're here with Trig Jensen. Trig, it's great to chat with you. Thank you.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Let's talk about your outstanding performance little less than a week ago, you toss a no-no against North Severe. Those are not easy to come by, right? And so kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you lived it now, to say the least.
Yeah, it felt good. I just went out there, tried to throw strikes, and my teammates made plays for me.
Do you start thinking about it as the game is going on? Were you aware of it? Is it something that you even think of, or are you just kind of in the moment, in the zone?
I mean, yeah, I kind of thought about it a little bit, but I wasn't totally sure if it was one or not until Coach said after the game. But yeah, props to my teammates for just making plays for me.
I know it's something that's going to be talked about for a while. You don't see too many of those come through. It's been a while since we've had one here at Emery High. How do you guys use that as momentum? Because I know the following game, South Severe, you get another win, you get rid of that lengthy losing skid, right? Back-to-back W's. How important was that game against North Severe?
Yeah, it helped us a lot. Now we got some momentum and get into that groove, start winning some more games.
I know health has kind of been a factor with this team all year long. You guys appear to be healthier than you have been all season long. That also has to be a big boost.
Yeah, for sure. Getting guys back like Garrett, he helps a lot, and yeah.
When we get to this stage in the season, I know that you guys are kind of prone to playing your best baseball. We've seen that over the last couple of years. Is this team, do they fit right in line with with the other squads that we've seen, playing hot right at the right moment?
I mean, yeah, last year we turned on in state, and that was definitely good. And I think we're getting in that groove to starting to do better, and everyone's starting to hit the ball and just do their job.
Is it offense? I mean, is it hitting the ball? Is that the biggest problem, or is that the biggest turnaround that you guys have needed?
Yeah, I think hitting the ball has been a big deal. Like, it's been a lot of games. We've had like one big inning, and then a lot of zeros, but if we can score a little bit every inning, that helps a lot.
What are some of the things that you can work on as it gets a little bit warmer? You get a little bit more, I guess, in rhythm, right? I guess that's fair to say, right? As we hit mid-April, you find that rhythm a little bit more. What are some things that you guys can improve on outside of the offense?
Yeah, a lot of defense. Like they say, defense wins championships. I mean, like, errors are a big thing. Like, and walks. Like pitching and defense, yeah, it's a big deal.
I want to talk a little bit about the way you play. So if it's not pitch, you're playing short. And I mean, you've been starting at the varsity level, getting some runs since you were a freshman. So how much slower is the game now that you're at this point in your career compared to where you started? And where have you seen the biggest improvement?
I mean, yeah, freshman year I was a little nervous, but I had guys like Wade, like big role models to help me and look up to. And they gave me a lot of confidence and helped me out. So now it's not as big a deal. Like, it's still varsity baseball, but don't get as nervous and all that.
What do you prefer, pitcher or shortstop?
Shortstop for sure.
Tell me why.
I just like making plays. I feel like it's just fun. Pitcher, there's a lot, like, not a lot more that goes into it, but I feel like it's like just not really ever been my favorite.
What's the team chemistry like as you guys get to the latter part of the season?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun together. Last Saturday we had that tournament we put on here, and we got to spend a lot of time with each other, and we do a lot of stuff together, and we have fun.
I know you guys also had the youth camp. That's always important, right? To get to hang out with the youth, the future Spartans. I mean, you guys do a lot of things like that within the community. It seems like you guys are a close-knit group.
Yeah, it's fun. Baseball's fun. You get to hang out with the boys and play the game you love, so.
Let's talk about the final, I guess we can say, region opponents. So we get North Sanpete, we get Carbon. North Sanpete, this is important, right? I mean, if you can log a couple of region wins, who knows what that does for you guys as far as the RPI standings are concerned. Have you paid attention to where you guys are at, maybe the opponents that you guys still have coming up on the schedule?
I mean, I don't really look at, like, the RPI and stats or stuff a whole lot. It kind of just messes with me if I'm looking at it too much. So I just kind of like to have the mindset that everyone I'm playing is just mid. Like, if I'm thinking they're too good or, like, not good, it's going to just mess with me. I'm just here to play ball and have fun.
Well, there's no doubt we have a tough region. That's a great approach, right? Because there's really no off days.
Yes. Yes, I believe so.
Well, Trig, it's always fun to get you on, always fun to talk, right? Guys, continue this momentum that you've built over the last little while. Let's see if we can put it into the state tournament the way we have the last couple of years.
Yeah, I'm hoping we turn it on and keep it rolling.
He's Trig Jensen, the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week.
Discover the best in local flavor at Stewart's Market in Castledale and Main Street Market in Farron. Enjoy the largest fresh produce section around. Ripe, vibrant, and hand-selected just for you. The personal butcher ensures every cut is just right, and the deli delights with ready-to-eat favorites. Shop fresh, shop local, and taste the difference community makes. Only at Stewart's Market and Main Street Market. Come home to quality and hometown service today.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week here on Castle Country Radio, KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. You've been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's about time for the first pitch. And Aiden, today the Emery Spartans need to do what to come away with a second win over the North Sanpete Hawks. They came away with a 3-2 win on Tuesday.
Well, try and carry over that momentum first of all. You want to make sure you kind of do some of the similar things. And one of those big things out in the field is just limiting the mistakes, limiting those errors. That's always a key to victory for this Spartan team. Anytime it feels like they play a clean game in the field, that's when we're seeing them coming out on top.
Garrett Conover, the junior, will start for the Emery Spartans. He wears number 7. First at bat will be Bryce Swap. He is a center fielder, senior, wearing number 14. On deck is Wyatt Williams playing first. He's a senior, wears number 11. And in the hole, it's Hudson Smith, the pitcher, the junior, wearing number 7. And we're about ready for the start of this afternoon's game here on a Friday afternoon at Emery High School, the Game of the Week.
And Conover threw only 11 innings, Sonny. He has 17 strikeouts. That's good for second on the team, only behind Trig Jensen, who we heard from earlier. And remember, Sonny, this is him playing on a shortened season already, so he has just been racking up those Ks early and often.
Great interview with Trig Jensen. I want to thank him for his time. Jordan always doing a great job, giving us a great pregame show with his interviews, and that's why you need to listen here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
And he does the hard work for us, Sonny. He does all the interviews, and we get to show up and reap the rewards because of it.
We're about ready for pitch number 1. As we said, Emery sits number 12 in the RPI. North Sanpete number 6. North Sanpete 10-9, 3-2 in region play. Emery 5-11, 1-4 in region play, and their one win over this North Sanpete team 3-2 on Tuesday.
Yeah, so they're looking to get their second region win and earn the series sweep over North Sanpete. Some much-needed momentum as postseason rests right around the corner. A few more games for the Spartans. They're going to be making the trip down to Parowan. Then they're going to be facing off next week against cross-county rival the Carbon Dinos. Always fun when those two teams meet on the diamond, especially with how close they are in the RPI right now. Carbon at 11, Emery at 12.
The right-handed batter, Bryce Swap, steps to the plate. The right-handed pitcher, Garrett Conover, ready to throw the first pitch, and we're ready for the Game of the Week here at Emery High School. So we're ready for pitch number 1 by Garrett Conover. We are underway, and the first pitch of the ball game is called a strike on the corner, and it's a 0-1 count.
And one thing about Conover that makes him such a dangerous pitcher, Sonny, he shows great control over the ball. However, his velocity is just out of this world. When he throws fast, Sonny, it's a blur blazing by.
Only a junior. Swap back into the box. There's the windup of the pitch by Conover, low and a ball and a 1-1 count.
And it's one of those things in high school baseball, Sonny, a lot of times you just got to see them warm up a little bit on the mound. They can do all their bullpen stuff before the game. They're getting ready, but there's really no mental equivalent to actually stepping up on the hill, facing down your first batter. It's like an NBA player, any basketball player, seeing their first shot go in. They want to see that first batter go down on strikes or on an easy infield play.
So 1-1 count on that fastball that went low. The pitch high and outside for the ball and a 2-1 count.
That one grazing the cap, or in terms of height, for Swap. And Swap's not the shortest player out there. Sonny's got some good height behind him, so definitely out of the zone.
So the windup of the pitch by Conover with the 2-1 count, fouled out of play. Count now 2-2. Nobody down, top of the first inning. North Sanpete up to bat here at Carbon High School.
And right into the softball field one that went, Sonny. That's how hard that one was hit. Soars over the backstop, clears the crowd, and into the opposite field.
Nobody on. First at bat. Leadoff batter, Swap. The pitch from Conover's high and a full count, 3-2.
And that one just got away from it, looked like it slipped awkwardly as he went through his throwing motion. Skies over the zone. Now he's just got to put it away here. Swap batting for his life. He's already had a productive at-bat. He's just making Conover battle up there.
Yeah, you don't want the leadoff batter on first with a walk. You know, we talked about it, how important it is in high school baseball to start off with a good first inning. There is a base hit to right field, and Swap is on with the single. So the leadoff batter for North Sanpete reaches on the single to right field, and up to bat will be Wyatt Williams.
And that was a good strike by Swap right in between first and second. No one able to run out and try and get a hold of it. Now the biggest problem you got to worry about is that Swap is prone to try and steal these bases. He is an absolute thief around the diamond. He's got 15 on the season.
We've seen him do it when he played Carbon. They were very aggressive on the bases, if you remember, Aiden, when we seen this team play a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, North Sanpete not afraid to try and steal early and often.
Big lead, first pitch, ball, and a 1-0 count. And Wyatt Williams, where's number 11? He's a senior playing first base.
Williams striking .217 on the season. The senior, through 60 at-bats, has 13 hits.
Medium-sized lead on first for Swap. Throw over to first, trying to keep him honest over there. No play. Count remains 1-0.
And that short lead was a miracle worker there for Swap. Had he gone a few feet further, that one probably would have been a successful pickoff attempt, but Swap playing it smart right now, knows Conover has him is staring him down.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Throw over to first, not in time. Count now 1-1. Nice play by the Emery Spartans. The catcher for Emery, Larson, the throw back to first.
And Emery just doing everything they can to make sure Swap stays honest at first. And it's a good strategy. Like you said, this is a very aggressive base running team. And Swap with 15 steals on the season. Want to make sure he's kept in check.
Conover looks over his shoulder. Swap bouncing around. He'll step off the rubber, and time called by the umpire, 1-1 count.
And just trying to get his flow going right now, Sonny. Hasn't been able to get anything too consistent yet, but when he can find that zone and he can stick to it, he's a dangerous pitcher.
Hudson Smith on deck. There goes the runner. It gets past the catcher, and he'll get to second easily. So the runner goes into scoring position on the stolen base with a 2-1 count.
Well, if he wanted to, Sonny, he probably could have tried to make it to third, and he had enough speed behind him that if he got the go-ahead from the coach, he would have been able to clear. I don't think he would have even had to slide. He was working with that much speed, like a freight train running 90 feet.
Swap takes a big lead on second. Nobody out. 2-1 to count. Williams once again. They'll step back and they'll reset.
And again, just trying to do what he can to compose himself. And it's hard to do when you have a potent base stealer like Swap right behind you. Got to keep an eye on him while also keeping a focus on the at-bat that lies in front of you.
Nice pitch by Conover for the strike and a 2-2 count. 2-2 count. No one out. Conover looks back at second. Looks a couple of times. Winds up the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout. Strikeout number 1 for Conover.
And
one down, runner stays at second.
It was just a much-needed thing for Conover. Only his second batter faced, able to get the strikeout. Now he can really start going to work on the other batters. Still has to keep Swap in the back of his mind, but now that he's able to scrape the zone, knows where he's going, kind of has figured out this umpire, he knows what he's looking for now in terms of throws.
So the lefty, Hudson Smith, the pitcher, up to the plate. The left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. Runner on second with one down. For North Sanpete, just underway, top of the first inning, tied at 0. Conover looks back at second a couple of times, pitches high and a ball and a 1-0 count.
That one up in there, Sonny. The wind gently blowing outside. Clouds starting to roll in at what was at first pitch. Just a beautiful sunshiny day. Clouds expected to take over as we go into the rest of this game. Winds of about 16 miles per hour possible, so could play a factor.
Conover looks back at second. Once again, pretty good sized lead for Swap. Here's a shot to second. Fielded there by Emery. Throw to first in time for the out. Nice play by Norton, the second baseman, to make the play for the Emery Spartans. We got 2 down. Swap advances to third, but 2 down, and that takes away the sacrifice fly chance.
Yeah, just an easy, routine infield play executed beautifully by the Spartans. Early in the season, that was an area they struggled, was execution on plays like that, whether it was the fielding, whether it was the throw. But now they're able to do it just easy as can be.
Costello up to bat, gets past the catcher. Swap will come home, standing up and touches home plate, and it's 1-0. And North Sanpete gets the first run of the ball game.
Well, Sonny, we looked at the score the last time these two teams met. It was 3-2. North Sanpete only scored 1 unearned, 1 earned run, so they split that pretty easily. But now the aggression on the bases pays off as Swap able to clear his trip around, just stealing everything as he went.
Gets the good single to right field. Then the steal to second. The ground out advanced him to third, and then the pass ball gets him home, and it's a 1-0 score, and the pitch is a ball, 2-0 count with 2 down.
And right now, if you're Conover, you just got to get your head back into the game. It's always unfortunate to give up a wild pitch run, but you got to be able to bounce back from it. You just got to recover. But right now, hasn't been able to find the strike zone this at bat.
Fly ball goes out of play, and a 2-1 count.
And that's one of those moments, Sonny, where I'm really glad we're in a covered booth. That one flying right over our heads. It's like mortar fire.
Count 2-1 with 2 down. Conover. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball to left field. Will go out of play and a foul to the count.
Yeah, that one dangerously close to our car this time, Sonny. That was soaring, almost got into the opposite parking lot. That wouldn't have been a pretty sight for us, but a well-struck ball. Likely for Emery, it goes foul.
Aaron Costello, 2-2 count, 2 down. The pitch by Conover. Check swing, high and a full count, 3-2.
And loads it up. He was at one point down 2-0, so he's able to battle his way back into this one. Does Conover now just 1 strike away from ending the inning. Just needs to find the right part. Don't try and do anything fancy. You just got to get the job done right now.
And the fastball's high and a ball and a walk. Costello will go to first with 2 down, and up to bat will be Osborne.
Well, if nothing else, Sonny, you can see a lot of consistency from what Conover's throwing. Just every time it's a ball, it feels like it's going too high, and that's even been the case on those wild pitches soaring over Larson's head behind home plate. And he's got the consistency behind it. He just needs to lower it down just a little.
Chayton Osborne up to bat. The junior playing left field. Runner on first. Small lead this time over on first base. The first pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count. 2 down. 1-0, North Sanpete with the lead here in the top of the first.
And we talked about the struggle with throwing high early, Sonny. Osborne, one of the shorter players on this team, gives it an extra added challenge in shrinking that zone.
Pitch called a strike on the corner and a 1-1 count.
And when Conover can start finding the corners, that's when he starts to throw some of his best stuff. We've seen it in the one strikeout he had. He was able to start painting those corners beautifully, pitch perfect throws, but he just hasn't been able to do it with any consistency so far.
2 down, 1-1 count. Strike as Osborne watches it go by. He thought about swinging, a little bit of a check swing. Watches it go by, and a strike and a 1-2 count with 2 down.
Yeah, just got caught in that no man's land, bat dangling a few inches above his shoulder, starts to swing, quickly recalls it. Either way, strike.
Very small lead over on first base for Costello. Conover looks over there, there he goes. And the strikeout, and that will end the inning. Strikeout number 2 for Conover, but 1 run scores on 1 hit. And as we go to the bottom of the first inning, it's North Sanpete 1. And the Emery Spartans, nothing. Ben Johansson will lead off for the Spartans when we come back.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans. News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So after the top of the first inning, North Sanpete with the 1-0 lead. The reason why they have the 1-0 lead is because what we said right when the inning started, they're very aggressive on the bases. When they get on base, they will steal. And that's what happened. He stole to second, and then the ground out to second base advanced him to third. The pass ball got him home, and it's a 1-0 North Sanpete lead. Now, Ben Johansson will lead off for the Emery Spartans. Trick Jensen on deck, Peyton Nielsen in the hole.
Yeah, and it was Swap just screaming around the bases, Sonny. He was hard to stop as he made his way to home plate. And as a reward, North Sanpete goes up 1-0. We just want to see Emery's bats get going early. It's been the story of games where they have fallen behind is that they just haven't been able to replicate any offense that the opposing team brings. Wasn't the case the last time these two teams met. Emery able to put up 3 runs, holding North Sanpete to just 2. So you want to see a similar style game to that. That was courtesy of junior Easton Stoker. He hit a home run, a solo home run, and he was able to help bolster that Spartan lead, give them the victory the last time out. Hoping to see some replicated success from that young man.
So Hudson Smith will be pitching, the junior. Let's talk a little bit about him. We've seen him against Carbon. He had a great day the game that we seen him pitch. He's back here now to battle against Emery today.
He's got a 2.7 ERA, Sonny, 3-3 on the season through 11 appearances. He has 2 saves to his name. Most important part of what he's able to do on the year is his strikeout total. He's got 63 on the year, only second on the team.
Number 1, the junior Ben Johansson, playing first base up first, leadoff batter for the Emery Spartans. First pitch is off the bat and a foul. 0-1.
That's one of the more impressive ways you can foul off a ball, Sonny. It's unfortunate for the batter. Really lucky for the pitcher that happens to be where the ball flies into the bat.
Kind of tried to get out of the way. Here's a foul ball to the backstop, and right away it's an 0-2 count on Ben Johansson.
And that's what we see Smith do, Sonny. He builds these quick advantages for himself, and once he gets the batter a little rattled in the box, then he can start kind of working with some more off-speed pitches.
Fly ball down the third baseline, out of play, and the count remains 0-2.
A little kid walking to the game nearly avoided that ball. Now it looks like he's grabbing it. He's excitedly running to give that right back to the dugout. Always fun to see the youth get involved in these games.
Pitch by Smith. Fly ball goes right over the top of us. The count remains 0-2.
Yeah, you could hear a slight little thud as it made contact with the roof of the Armory. Again, it's really nice to be in a covered booth, especially when balls like that come flying your way.
So we got 0-2 count, 1-0 to score. North Sanpete with the lead. Here's a little shot to second base. It will be fielded there by Olson. Throw to first in time for out number 1.
Just barely able to make it. Great legs on the run, almost legs it out, but just inches short as the ball gets into the mitt of the first baseman for out number 1.
Ashton Olson, second baseman, makes the play, throws it over to Williams for out number 1, and up to bat will be Trig Jensen, number 24, the junior, playing shortstop.
We talked about Trigg. He's been excellent on the mound this year, but let's talk about his batting performance. He's hitting .318 on the year.
First pitch is a strike. Nice pitch by Hudson Smith, and it's an 0-1 count.
Goes along with 14 hits for 18 runs and 9 RBIs to his name, Sonny. He's the definition of a Swiss Army knife player.
Pitch number 2 to Jensen. Doesn't get that strike call, and it's a 1-1 count.
And the thing about this North Sanpete pitching staff is they like to work quickly. They barely take any breaks in between pitches.
High on the pitch, 2-1 count. Jensen watches that one fly by, so it's a 2-1 count with 1 down. Nobody on for the Emery Spartans, down 1-0, first inning. Fouled out of play, and the count 2-2.
And that's the thing about Smith is he puts it in the zone where it looks hittable, but it has a little motion right as it's about to cross, throws batters off guard, and it always ends up going askew.
2-2 count. Smith with the pitch. Low in the dirt. We have a full count, 3-2.
You know, it's nice when you have a throw like that, Sonny, where you can very visually tell from up here that it was a ball. As soon as you see the big puff of dirt out at home, you feel very confident calling that one a ball even before the umpire gives the final verdict.
Peyton Nielsen on deck. There's a swing and a miss for strike out number 1, out number 2 for the Emery Spartans. So Hudson Smith with his first strikeout of the ball game.
Again, to work quickly against a very talented batter in Jensen. You got to give him credit. He goes out trying to swing for the fences, just couldn't make contact. That's a good battle.
Senior number 22, Peyton Nielsen, playing left field up to bat for the Emery Spartans. 2 down, nobody on. Fouled out of play, and an 0-1 count.
Nelson, a .372 hitter on the year. He has 43 at-bats, and he's been able to get 16 hits, score 16 runs, and has 9 RBIs to his name.
Swing and a miss, and an 0-2 count. So the first 3 batters for Emery have made contact on the baseball. It's just going the wrong way, coming towards us.
Yeah, not going in the right direction. Nelson, if he is able to get on base, is 3rd on the team in steals with 7 on the year, and they ring him up.
And he watches the ball go by for strikeout number 2 for Hudson Smith. So you have 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits. Nobody left on as we go to the top of the second inning. North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans nothing.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans. News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So welcome back as we go to the top of the second inning. Game of the week here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Emery High School, Emery Spartans, North Sanpete region play. Number 6, North Sanpete. Number 12, Emery. North Sanpete 3-2 region play. Emery 1-4. Up to bat for the North Sanpete Hawks will be Jaden Robinson playing third base. Where's number 17? He is a junior. On deck is Ollie Hansen.
And we saw this problem when the Hawks faced off against the Dinos, Sonny. The back half of this lineup isn't the best at getting on base. They're not as good as collecting hits. We look at Robinson, a 114 hitter on the year, but he's been able to bat in 3 RBIs across 5 hits. So when he's been put in an advantageous position, he's been able to do some damage. He also has 8 runs through those 5 hits. So if he gets on base by any means, you got to keep an eye on him.
He'll start us off here in the top of the second. There's the windup and the pitch by Conover, and the foul out of play down the first base line, and a 1 count.
And that's been the theme throughout the day, Sonny. We haven't really seen any balls be put into play, oftentimes just soaring out along those foul lines.
Conover takes his time, winds up, pitch, swing and a miss, and an 0-2 count. So he gets ahead of the batter to start the top of the second. 0-2 count on Robinson.
Getting ahead early. Conover seems to have settled down a little bit. Those pitches definitely fallen a little bit lower than we saw early on, and that's a good sign. If he's able to do that, Sonny, he's going to be able to really rack up those strikeouts.
Conover's pitch, high, and a ball and a 1-2 count.
And still a little control issue when he tries to go out of the on the top half of the zone. Just haven't been able to hit that with any consistency so far today. But I've liked all the other things we've been able to see from him so far.
He's got a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. Conover wind up into pitch is high in a ball and a 2-2 count.
That one grazing the top of the zone, Sonny. That one just flirting with it. Could have gone either way, but having that advantageous position that the umpire does right behind home plate, her judgment probably better than mine up here in the booth.
So a 2-2 count, nobody out. Top of the second, 1-0, North Sanpete leading and up to bat. The pitch by Conover. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that's strikeout number 3 for Conover. So Robinson with the strikeout, and Hansen will come up to bat. The sophomore wears number 32, playing right field.
And Hansen, a 111 hitter on the season so far, Sonny. He's had 45 chances at the plate, resulting in 5 hits for 3 runs. He's got 6 RBIs. Only 2 of his hits have been for extra bases. He's got 2 doubles on the year.
So the pitch by Conover, swing and a miss, and an 0-1 count. So far, a good inning for Conover.
Yeah, he has really come out and showed us why he is one of the most highly respected pitchers on this Emery roster. When he gets going, he is hard to stop, and now that he's gotten going here in the second, Sonny, I think this is going to be a real pitching duel between him and Smith.
Conover's second pitch to Hansen, swing and a miss, and an 0-2 count. And so Conover gets ahead of Hansen, 0-2 the count, with 1 down.
You can tell he's slinging with some confidence right now, Sonny. He's just been electric.
Conover. Pitch high and outside, and a 1-2 count.
And still ahead in the count, Sonny. He was feeling like he could go back to that pitch, but again, just goes too high. Nothing to really worry about right now, though, still in the driver's seat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch by Conover, fouled out of play, 1-2. Remains to count. We have a lot of foul balls in this first couple of innings.
You know, that's the thing about Hansen, Sonny. He may not put the ball into play often, but he does eat up a lot of pitches early, and often he's able to really turn these at-bats into battles.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to necessarily get on base to have a good at-bat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Make the pitcher work, make him throw a lot of pitches. Conover. Pitch is inside the ball, and it's 2-2. It was 0-2, and it's now 2-2, the count on Hansen.
That was a rare off-speed throw by Conover. Typically, he's relying more on that heat, but that time just trying to catch him off guard doesn't work in his favor as it flies out the zone.
So we got a 2-2 count with 1 down. Conover with the windup and the pitch. Shot down the first baseline, just goes foul, and the count remains 2-2.
And you know, if it would have gone fair, Sonny, I think that would have been a race for first between Conover as well as Hansen. Really a lot on the line. That would have been Johansson. Was also in a pretty advantageous position.
2-2 count with 1 down. Nobody on base. Conover's pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that'll be strikeout number 4 for Conover. And the second out here in the top of the second inning.
And it was just a great throw, went back to his bread and butter, and it pays dividends, Sonny. Out number 2, and a gem of an inning so far from Conover.
As you said, 4 strikeouts for Conover. Ashton Olsen, the second baseman, senior wearing number 4, up to bat for North Sanpete. And the first pitch by Conover is inside, and a ball and a 1-0 count with 2 down.
Olsen, the senior, hitting 170 on the year through 53 at-bats. He's been able to collect 9 hits, scored 9 runs, and hit in 11. 2 extra base hits as he's hit a pair of doubles.
Tyson Guido's on deck. There's the pitch and the foul out of play and a 1-1 count. Guido's the junior shortstop wearing number 6 on deck for North Sanpete.
Like I mentioned, Sonny, winds of about 16 miles per hour blowing out there, typically going more from your right to your left field.
Pitch by Conover is low, and they call that a strike?
Call that a
Looks
strike.
like it's low, but a strike, so a 1-2 count.
Yeah, a bit of a late call too, but a strike's a strike. You'll take it no matter how you get it.
1-2 count, 2 down. Conover with the pitch. Swing and a miss, the strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the top of the second inning. That's strikeout number 5 for Conover. And as we go to the bottom of the second inning, it's North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans nothing when we come back.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
So Garrett Conover comes out in the top of the second inning on the mound for the Emery Spartans. 3 up, 3 down, all 3 strikeouts. He has 5 through 2 innings. But North Sanpete still has that 1 run they got in the first inning. They lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and here's Garrett Conover up to bat, try to help himself on the offensive side. It's something you don't see much, in baseball anymore. I love seeing the pitcher bat.
No, I love the two-way player. So
Yes.
It's one of my favorite things, and a little off-speed action on that first throw floats over the top of the zone, but definitely something we don't really see often from Smith, typically relying on the fastball, much like Conover, but that was a very pretty curve.
That time, the fastball is fouled down the first base line in a 1-1 count.
And you do have to be careful with Conover, son. He's got a lot of power behind him. Of the 3 home runs the Spartans have hit this season, he's collected 1 of them. He's hitting .355 on the year, collecting 11 hits and 5 RBIs. That home run, his lone extra base hit.
Here's a fly ball to right field. Could be the second baseman coming over to make the play for North Sanpete, and it is. It's Olsen coming over number 4 to make the play for out number 1. Covered a little bit of ground, but covered it out in right field.
It's one of those moments, Sonny, as a second baseman, you're really glad the clouds were covering up in the sky. Sunglasses can only do so much when you get that big yellow ball of gas looming over you. It's hard to track the ball, so the clouds doing a little bit of a favor here.
Bo Stilson, the senior right fielder, up to bat. Here's a fly ball to center field, deep covered there for out number 2. It's Swap. Didn't have to move much to cover that fly ball out in center field, and it's 2 down.
And we've seen it from Swap, not only a very talented hitter and a talented thief on the bases, but when he gets out there in the field, he can track nearly everything. He's got good motion, good movement, knows exactly where he needs to go. You rarely see him make a mistake out in the field, and it showed on that play.
So junior Easton Stoker, DH up to bat. Little check swing and a strike and a 0-1 count.
And again, last time these two teams met, it was Stoker that was the story of the game. Hit the home run that helped elevate Emery to that win. Trying to do it again here.
Fouled out of play over the top of our heads once again in an 0-2 count. So 2 down, nobody on, 0-2 count to Stoker.
You can tell he's swinging with some bad intentions right now, Sonny. He wants to see that ball soar over the fence and across the street.
And strike 3 as he watches it go by, and strikeout number 3 for Hudson Smith. But it's been a defensive battle since that first inning and the 1 score. As we go to the top of the 3rd inning, Emery sent 6 players to the plate. North Sanpete has sent 8 players to the plate. And after 2, it's North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans nothing when we come back.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in the bottom of the 2nd for the Emery Spartans. Through 2 innings, 6 players have come up to the plate. 4 Emery, 6 outs.
And it's like you said, Sonny, it's been a defensive battle so far with the exception of the 1 run. And he can strike that up to just being a fluke as Conover has really settled the seas after giving up that wild pitch run. And Swap made his way around the bases both by hits and by steals. So he's really calmed down now, getting to the back end of the order. And then he has a long-awaited rematch with Swap coming up.
Shortstop Tyson Guidos. Where's number 6, the junior, up to bat for the North Sanpete Hawks. And the pitch for Conover, foul to the backstop and a 0-1 count.
And that was one for a moment. I was worried it was just another wild pitch and that Conover had lost that magic he carried from the 2nd. But no, he's still on point. That one just catching contact with the bat.
Got a very dark cloud right over the top of the field. It was a nice day this morning, but the weather starts to change. There's a fly ball out to center field, and it's caught out there by the Emery Spartans for out number 1. Out to make that catch is Ty Nielsen.
Yeah, that was just an easy, routine can of corn play out in center field. Corrals it in for the easy out.
Bryce Swap up to bat. He scored a run. His first at-bat single to right field.
And now Conover looking for a little payback after giving up that run.
So he's 1 for 1 on the day. Conover, nobody on with 1 down. Pitch to Swap. Swing and a miss and a strike and a 0-1 count.
And he had him chasing on that one. Great control by Conover on the first throw this at-bat.
0-1 count with 1 down. Nobody on for North Sanpete here in the top of the 3rd inning. Conover with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2, 0-2.
Now, it's here right now. He's been swinging at everything. However, It's been hard to contain behind home plate for Tice Larson. The throws of Conover. Got to be wary of a dropped third strike and a potential steal of first for Swap.
First baseman Wyatt Williams on deck for North Sanpete. The pitch by Conover is low and a ball, 1-2.
So Conover still gives himself lots of breathing room early on in this at-bat with the 2 swinging whiffs from Swap. Now just trying to put him away for good.
So 1-2 count with 1 down. Conover once again with the pitch. Ball outside, 2-2.
Evens it up there. Swap staying alive. He's staying patient. He took his swings on the first 2. And the second one was a little more questionable, but now he's regained some of that plate discipline.
2-2 count with 1 down. Guido's with the fly out to center field to start the inning. Swing and a miss by Swap, and that is strikeout number 6 for Conover. Having a great outing so far for the Emery Spartans. Up will be Wyatt Williams, struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1.
And he had Swap lost on that strikeout, Sonny. That one floating above the zone, but I think Swap was expecting something a little bit lower, like what he saw early on in the at-bat. Took the swing of faith, and it resulted in the strikeout.
So Conover once again with the pitch. Shot down the first base line. It gets past the first baseman for the Emery Spartans, Johansson, out into right field, and that'll be a single. That was a hard hit ball down the first base line.
Yeah, it was, and it takes an awkward bounce at the last second. Catches a piece of gravel or a dirt clod or something, bounces astray, but at the same time, you just got to be able to make that play.
So Hudson Smith will be up to bat, trying to help himself on the offensive sides. Pitching a great game so far. Grounded out to second at his first at-bat in the first inning, 0 for 1. Williams with a pretty decent lead over on first. Conover looks over at him. He'll go. Ball on the ground after the swing and a miss and the steal to second. And once again, we called it. We've seen this team play Carbon a couple of weeks ago, and they are aggressive on the bases. They don't waste any time stealing.
Now, if you let them even get on first, Sonny, you got a whole new ball game to try and deal with, because they are going to be taking everything they can, every opportunity to steal you have. They're going to go for it, and they're going to do it without any fear. That's what makes this team so dangerous.
2 innings now, they've had runners in scoring position after a single and the steal. Conover looks back at second. Couple of times, the windup in the pitch. Fly ball out of play over the backstop down the third base line. So it will be 0-1. 0-2, excuse me, with 2 down for North Sanpete, runner on second.
And Conover looking to ignore the runner on second and just put this one away at the plate. Probably the right move in this situation. Just you got 2 outs, 2 strikes, no balls. You can get a little riskier with what you're throwing.
Looks back at second a couple of times. Fly ball goes out of play once again. Exactly the same spot the last one did, and the count remains 0-2.
And that one hard hit, Sonny. Would have been into deep outfield if it stayed fair. Instead goes soaring over the backstop along that left field line.
So 0-2 count to Hudson Smith. 0 for 1 on the day. Conover looks back at second a couple of times. High pitch, 1-2 the count with 2 down.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Larson on that one. He pops up, he snags it out of the air, stops what would have surely been another stolen base for the Hawks. We talked about it with him last time we saw him here against Union. It's a hard position to be in out at catcher. So many different personalities you have to try and adjust to, and so much you have to try and learn. But he does an excellent job managing it all.
Pitch for the ball and a 2-2 count just outside. That was close, but a 2-2 count with 2 down, runner on second. Lots of 2s on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I was going to say something. That one flirted with being a strike. Up here looked like it fell into the zone, but you know, this is the one sport where you can't really argue with what the ref sees, as they are literally inches behind home plate.
1-0 the score. North Sanpete with the lead. Conover looks back at second a couple of times. The windup in the pitch. Outside and a ball and a full count, 3-2.
And that one, again, another one that could have gone either way. This is a strict strike zone, but it's been called fair both ways. And it's a tough call to try and make, especially at this juncture.
Full count to Hudson Smith. Big pitch in this game. I know it's early. It's only 1-0. But it's a huge pitch. 3-2 count. 2 down. The pitch by Conover. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Exactly what they needed, and that is strikeout number 7 for Garrett Conover. So they get the 1 hit. They leave 1 on, and as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans 0, and Stilson up to bat for the Spartans when we come back.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the game of the week here on KOAL 107.3 FM 750 AM. Emery High Schools. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. North Sanpete with the 1-0 lead. And with the bat for the Emery Spartans will be the freshman number 34 playing 3rd, Drake Stilson.
And Drake's had a good season so far. Quick updates coming from around the other games, both in our region and in our area. Right now, Union up 4-0 out at Manti, taking on the Templars. A highly contested matchup there. I know a lot of people have been excited for. Carbon up at ALA, currently taking on the American Leadership Academy Eagles. Right now, hold a 1-0 advantage over ALA at the bottom of the 1st inning.
So the freshman, Drake Stilson, will come up to bat, the lefty. He will face the left-handed pitcher, Hudson Smith, the junior, and the windup in the pitch for the strike. Beautiful pitch and a 0-1 count.
That was a beautiful delivery on that one. Bit of an off-speed, not as much velocity as we see Smith throw with. I was watching him take some bullpen before the game started, Sonny, and I was looking at those balls zip by, and I wasn't sure how anyone was going to be able to really come up with any hits against him.
Foul for the strike, and it's now an 0-2 count.
That one flirting with the foul line along first base. Could have gone either way. We saw Williams step in and try and get a hand on it, but goes astray off the glove. But by that point, the umpire says it's gone foul already. They make Stilson go back to home plate.
So 7 strikeouts for Conover. There's the hit back to the pitcher, Smith, and he'll throw it over to first to make the play over to Williams for out number 1. So the shot back to the pitcher for out number 1 for North Sanpete.
And that was just a good recovery by Smith up on the mound. Ball hit directly at him. Has to go off balance to try and catch it. Gets the glove out there. Unable to get it in the first go-around, but picks it up barehanded, throws to first for the out.
Senior catcher, number 18, Tice Larson, up to bat. Right-handed batter facing the left-handed pitcher, and the first pitch is in the dirt and the ball, and a 1-0 count with 1 down.
196 hitter on the season is Larson. He's got 2 runs scored on 9 hits, 9 RBIs, and 2 extra base hits.
Fly ball to right field, could drop. The right fielder coming in to make the play for out number 2. That's Hansen. So 2 down for the Emery Spartans, and coming up to bat will be Bodie Norton.
And that one definitely it looked like it was about to drop in between in no man's land, but Hansen able to sprint in, grab it out of the air for out number 2.
Olsen and Hansen both going for that ball. The right fielder calls him off and makes the catch, and the pitch is in for a strike and an 0-1 count. to Bodie Norton.
Now, one thing we're seeing a little differently from what we saw between North Sanpete and Carbon is Emery is putting the ball into play a little more frequently. However, they're just hitting it into easy pop-up or easy infield situations. Hasn't really seen anything fall into a nice, easy gap, able to get an easy base runner. That just has not been the case today.
Nice pitch by Smith, swing and a miss by Norton, so it's an 0-2 count with 2 down. And they got him as Norton watches it go by for the strikeout. That will be strikeout number 4 for Smith. So we got a lot of strikeouts in this ball game as we go to the top of the 4th inning. North Sanpete with a 1-0 lead when we come back.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of the 4th inning, it's a 1-0 North Sanpete lead, and coming up to bat will be Aaron Costello. He walked in the 1st inning. So far, lots of strikeouts and lots of defense in this 1-0 game, but it's been some really good pitching as Conover with 7 strikeouts. Smith has 4, but all the shots, all the hits on the ball that Emery has had have been pretty simple plays for North Sanpete.
Yeah, they've been very easy, very routine. Nothing's really found its way into any gaps, and because of that, North Sanpete been able to hold them scoreless.
First pitch, swing and a miss and a strike to Costello. I mean, it was 1-0, and the leadoff batter to start the game, Bryce Swap, is the only run in the ball game. So since then, it's been kind of quiet. It's been a defensive battle and a pitching duel.
And if I'm being honest with you, Sonny, I think it's going to hold the rest of this game unless Emery can get some offense going, because that's how good the pitching has been so far. And the thing about it is, Sonny, why I think it's going to stay that way as we get into the later stages of this game is neither pitcher is really running up their pitch count. Right. Both of them having very controlled at-bats, a lot of them getting them done in 3 to 4 pitches.
There's the pitch for the strike and a 1-2 count. Nice pitch by Conover.
That was good. He turned to the off speed on that one, something we've seen him struggle with early on in the game, but now that he's really found his rhythm, it's a second nature for him.
Chayton Osborne on deck for North Sanpete, and Conover with the 1-2 count. Nobody out. Top of the 4th, 1-0 North Sanpete. Conover's pitch. That's a good pitch. Drops it, throws it over to first base for the out and the strikeout, so it'll be 1 down.
And it looked like he got the tag the first go-around. Umpire didn't call it, so good safety throw by Larson out to first for out number 1 on the inning. But that's what I was saying, Sonny. It only took him 4 pitches to get through that at-bat. He has 110 to work with throughout the game, and right now he's just cooking at a high rate.
Osborne up to bat, struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Pitch by Conover. Here's a shot to the second baseman coming over to try to make the play. The throw to first, not in time. Nice effort by Norton. Tried to get to that ball. They can't do it, and Osborne outruns the throw, and that'll be a single for Osborne, and he'll have a runner on first, and Robinson up the bat. He struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1. So with one down, runner on first, and you know North Sanpete is going to be very aggressive when they get a base runner, so expect to steal quickly.
Oh, yeah, we saw that last time Sunday. They were able to get a runner on base, and about the second throw into the next at-bat, he was already making his way to second, so got to keep an eye on him.
See if it happens again. Robinson up. Junior playing third base. Conover looks at first, a little bit of a lead. Nothing happening that time, and it's a good pitch for the strike and the 0-1 count.
And Conover, with that throw, has reached the 60-pitch threshold. Still would be able, if he were to step out today, to be able to pitch over the next few days with no required rest. That's not going to be the case today, but that just shows how efficient he's been.
Throw to first, not in time. Hansen on deck and Olsen in the hole. Conover looks back at first a couple of times. There goes the runner. There's the pitch. It's a hit to second. It's going to dribble out into right field, but a nice play once again for Norton to come over to make the play, but too little too late. That was just a little dribbler right where it had to be to get the base hit, and runners on first and second. So a couple of singles for North Sanpete. Not hard hit balls, just put where they needed to be.
And they're trying to give themselves some cushion in this 1-0 ball game, Sonny. They're able to get a few insurance runs here. That could be some serious danger for Emery if they're not unable to put up any runs at the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Ollie Hansen, the outfielder, playing right field. DH wears number 32. He's a sophomore, and Conover looks back at second, steps off the rubber. One down, runner on first and second. A 1-0 lead here in the top of the fourth inning for North Sanpete, looking for more. Conover looks back at second once again, showing butt. First baseman comes in, it gets past the first baseman. That's a foul ball. That's a good play by Emery.
Ooh. And talk about a lucky break, too. That was dancing the line the entire way down. Last second rolls foul. That was nearly a play where he was going to be able to reach first on the bunt. And
actually, the right fielder coming in to cover first might have had a play if that ball stayed fair.
And just
it goes foul, and the count 0-1.
Just a close call for all parties involved, Sonny. If you're an Emery fan, you're breathing a sigh of relief. If you're North Sanpete, you're not really happy about how that one turned out. That could have gone so much better for you.
Johansson, first baseman, comes in tight again once as the bunt shown by Hansen. And the strike on the pitch and an 0-2 count.
Now a chance for Conover. If he can avoid the bunt and get another strike here, that takes him a little bit further out of the danger zone, eliminates any possibility.
0-2 count with one down. Sorry, Aiden.
That eliminates any possibility of a sacrifice fly if they are able to get a runner to third.
Conover looks back at second, one down. Pitch to Hansen. And a strike. As he watches it go by, called strike, so that will be a strikeout for Conover, and out number 2 with runners on first and second, and strikeout number 9 for Conover.
And Conover did exactly what he needed to do that at bat. He saw a bunt early on. The Emery defense played it well on the one that went foul. And from that point on, Conover just took over, took things into his own hands, and was able to secure the strikeout.
Second baseman Ashton Olsen up. Struck out in the second inning. 0 for 1, runners on first and second. Here's the shot down. The third baseman makes a great play for the Emery Spartans, Drake Stilson, and makes the tag out. And somehow Emery gets out without allowing a run to North Sanpete, and that's a great save. Remember at the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, this was something that was going to be very key going into the rest of the game. Emery, several opportunities for North Sanpete that could have gone the other way, but able to recover at every step and escape the inning unscathed, even with runners in scoring position. Great defensive stand by the Spartans.
So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans nothing when we come back.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base in the top of the 4th inning for North Sanpete. Score remains 1-0. Emery up to bat. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, down 1-0. Anybody's game. The pitch by Smith, swing and a miss, and an 0-1 count.
And Smith just picking right up where he left off. He's lethal on the mound. It just has been near impossible to hit throughout this game.
Ben Johansson grounded out to second, 0 for 1 in the ball game.
I thought they were about to call
1-1 count.
I thought they were about to call that one a strike, Sonny. It was flirting right with the corner, painted it near perfectly, but just goes outside of the zone.
Fly ball to left field, goes right to the left fielder, Osborne. He doesn't even have to move for out number 1.
And that's been Emery's problem offensively throughout the game, Sonny. They have had opportunities where the ball was going in play. It was staying fair, but due to one circumstance or another, they just haven't been able to find any convenient gaps. Everything been right to a fielder.
Junior shortstop Trig Jensen up 0 for 1, struck out in the 1st inning. 1 down, 1-0. First pitch. Ball and a 1-0 count. We'll get you some scores from around the area and the state. Aiden's the best at doing that for us. There's the pitch. Little pounder or 2 back to the pitcher, and the throw to first in time for that. Nice play by Smith.
Just my goodness, that was a little flexibility on display and a calmness, able to make the throw very easily. We talked about pitch counts when Connor was up there and how efficient he has been so far. Right now, Smith only 33 pitches now on the game. He's thrown 26 strikes of those 33 pitches, so he has been efficient working through these games. Looking at some other scores, Carbon up over ALA right now, still 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. And then we move over into the world of the Union Cougars. Well, right now, they're up 4-0 over Manti.
Peyton Nielsen, the first pitch is a ball. He's 0 for 1, struck out, swing and a miss. And a 1-1 count. Actually, it's fouled away, so it's a 1-1 count with 2 down. That last play by Trig Jensen, the ball is off his bat, pounded right into the ground and bounced up in the air. And Smith makes the play over at first. So we get 2 down. And the pitch by Smith fouled away. And a 1-2 count.
Yeah, pitching in that Union game, Sonny, a name you and I are all too familiar with, Ryan Oakey. My goodness, what can't that kid do?
Yep. Hudson Smith with the windup in the pitch. Shot, it's a base hit between third and shortstop, out into left field. And Peyton Nielsen gets the first hit of the ball game for the Emery Spartans, gets the single out to left field, and the Spartans have a runner on with 2 down.
And finally able to hit the ball fair and in a place where no fielder was already standing. Right into the gap it goes. Nelson with a scurry to first. Now he can start making his way around the bases, Sonny. He's a very efficient base runner when it comes to trying to come up with those steals.
So Garrett Conover popped out to second, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Will try to help his pitching. On the offensive side, there's a fly ball to left field. Coming over to make the play is Osborne for out number 3. So the Emery Spartans will leave the runner on first as we have played 4 complete innings. And it is North Sanpete 1 and the Carbon Dinos nothing.
It's fun!
Nothing.
Fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the game of the week. They're at the top of the 5th inning. It's 1-0 North Sanpete over the Emery Spartans. Apologize for that. You know, we bounce back and forth, Hayden, doing games, and once in a while.
Now, at the start of the game,
right?
The start of the game, I thought you were about to start saying KRPX, and then you changed it to Castle Country Radio, and yeah, it just happens sometimes. It's bad at USU Eastern when we're not even on the radio, and we're still saying the stations.
So there's the pitch. High and a ball, 1-0 the count. Tyson Guido's up to bat. He flew out to center field, 0 for 1 on the day, and there's the pitch. Fly ball out of play right over the top of us once again.
Guido's typically a pretty average hitter when it comes to his plate appearances. 241 is what he's hitting on the season. 7 runs on 13 hits, 9 RBIs. He's got 4 doubles and a triple to his name, so you can tell a bit of a speedster when he puts the ball into play.
Pitch for the strike right over the plate, so a 1-2 count. Conover continues to have a very good game on the mound.
Yeah, and the thing is, when he's found himself in trouble, he's even been able to pick up some support from his fielders. So this Emery team that struggled with defense early on, they've come together as a unit, and they're really starting to play some great team defense as another strikeout comes for Conover.
Yeah, number 10. 10 strikeouts here in the top of the 5th inning. Just a great outing for Garrett Conover. And up to bat will be Bryce Swap, the leadoff batter for the game. He's the only one that scored a run in the ball game. He's 1 for 2, singled, scored a run in the first inning, struck out in the third.
Well, with that, Sonny, Conover now leads the team in strikeouts, only playing.
Pop up to first baseman, coming over to make the play for the Emery Spartans. Johansson for the out number 2.
Excuse me, lost my train of thought, and the play started, so it was perfect timing. He's only played 12 games on the season, Sunday now, with 27 strikeouts on the year. Leads the team. Right behind him, Trig Jensen has thrown 25 throughout the season. However, Trig has had a little more time to try and get things going. He's played all 17 for the Spartans.
Senior number 11, Wyatt Williams, playing first base up to bat. Struck out in the first inning, got to first base on an error in the third. Pitch by Conover, his little bouncer down the third base line goes foul at an 0-1 count.
If you're a batter, you're glad that one went foul. It would have been an easy throw to first. Probably would have resulted in the third out of the inning. So a lucky bounce out along the foul line.
2 down for North Sanpete. There's the strike and an 0-2 count. You know, you keep no runners on base for North Sanpete because they will steal and have a runner in scoring position immediately.
No, we've seen that every time they have put a runner on base.
Yes.
They haven't had any extra base hits. All of their hits have come today on singles, yet the steals continue to pile up for them. So the more you keep them off base, the easier things are going to be for your pitcher later on.
Conover's pitch is high, goes over the top of the catcher's head to the backstop, but no harm, no foul, nobody on base. So we got a 1-2 count.
So I wanted to get your opinion on this. So in 2017, Utah moved to the pitch count system instead of that, giving each pitcher an allocated 14 innings a game or per week. Do you like that system more, or do you like the pitch count more?
I think it's about the same.
You know, it's pretty similar.
I don't know.
It's one of those things where, you know, I think pitch count probably a little better for these athletes' arms because that 14 innings, that's 2 full games they're going to be able to pitch in the span of a week.
Pitch by Conover, strikeout. Williams swings and misses, and that is strikeout number 11. So 3 up, 3 down once again for North Sanpete. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score remains 1-0 North Sanpete. Going back to that, I think it's easier to keep track of innings and pitches.
It is, but at the same time, I think in terms of pitches, you give these kids mandatory days of rest. You can still throw 14 innings if you're efficient. I just think it's better for their arms in the long run.
So we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning with a 1-0 game. The Emery Spartans coming up to bat, trying to get a run on the board to tie this thing up. When we come back, it's the game of the week here from Emery High School.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning for the Emery Spartans. Senior number 12, Bo Stilson, the right fielder, will bat. Flew out to center field in inning number 2, 0 for 1 on the day. And Hudson Smith remains on the mound for North Sanpete. First pitch is high and away, and a ball and a 1-0 count.
And Smith, this is where we started to see him slip a little bit when the Dinos were facing off against North Sanpete just a few weeks ago, these later innings.
Bouncer right over second base. There won't be any play on that, and it'll be a single for Emery. And Stilson gets to first to start the bottom of the 5th inning, and that's a good thing with nobody out. Now Emery has a runner on the bases. See if they are aggressive like North Sanpete down 1-0. See what they do.
I think you got to be in a situation like this, Sonny. A game where offense has been very limited. You got to make sure you take advantage of any opportunity that presents itself. And right now, that's Stilson on first.
DH Easton Stoker, wearing number 25, comes to the plate for the Emery Spartans. Runner on first. That's Stilson. The pitch, go for the butt, missing the strike, and an 0-1 count.
And right now, Sonny, it looks like they want to advance Stilson. And I think that's the right move to make in this very specific situation. However, we mentioned that Hudson Smith does start losing a little bit of control at this juncture of the game typically. However, he's still a very resilient pitcher. We've seen him get himself into a few jams and get himself right back out of those same jams.
Next pitch by Smith is low and a ball, so a 1-1 count with nobody down. Runner on first for Emery. Chance to try to tie this game up. See if what they do to try to get that runner in scoring position. The wind up the pitch, fouled out of play, and it'll be a 1-2 count.
And Smith doing a good job again, regaining some composure after that hit. Few balls thrown early on, but now starting to get back into his rhythm.
Drake Stilson on deck for the Emery Spartans. Pretty good size lead for Stilson over at first. Smith looks over at him a couple of times to wind up the pitch. Fly ball out to left field. It will be caught out there by Osborne for the out number 1 for the Emery Spartans.
And just a good play out in left field. Osborne's been all over those all day. A lot of balls struck to left field, partially due to how the ball's being thrown, in part due to the wind. Again, it's blowing pretty heavily out there right now. You can see it in the sway of the trees, but it's blowing from right to left, so a lot of balls that are struck are going to start heading that direction.
So third baseman number 34, Drake Stilson, grounded out to the pitcher in inning number 3, 0 for 1 on the day in the first pitch. for a ball and a 1-0 count with one down and runner on first for Emery. They still got the runner on first. They had him there with nobody out. Wind starting to pick up a little bit more here at Emery High School. Fouled away and a 1-1 count.
And right now, Smith throws his 47th pitch of the game.
So we got a 1-1 count with one down. Runner on first. Stilson takes a pretty good sized lead once again. Pitch to Drake Stilson. High and a ball, 2-1. Emery not setting that runner on first as of yet with one down.
I'm a little surprised to see that. Stilson not even really going for any kind of lead out on first. If at most, it's a very medium, moderate lead.
Smith with the strike and a 2-2 count.
That was just beautiful delivery from start to finish. Sonny, the wind up, the throw, the ball hitting the catcher's mitt. Just perfect.
2-2 count, runner on first, one down, 1-0 North Sanpete. Smith with the pitch. Got him. And Stilson watches it go by as the strikeout for Hudson Smith. It's number 5 and 2 down. And coming up the bat will be Tice Larson, the catcher.
And Emery just trying to get something to do a little bit of damage out there. Haven't been able to really get anything beyond that single.
So runner still on first with 2 down. They haven't tried to send that runner to second. So you got a little bit of a different type of baseball because North Sanpete's sending the runner, Emery. Now they're going to send him with 2 down, and he'll get there easily. The ball bobbled by the catcher and a stolen base for Emery. Now they have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And
the thing about high school baseball, Sonny, is I don't understand why you wouldn't be sending that runner at first. We know that pop time just isn't quite the same as it is on any other level, and it's also a bit of a harder distance for catchers to try and throw here in the high school level. So I feel like you're missing out on opportunities if you don't try and go for that steal.
Pitch by Smith is a strike and a 1-1 count. Larson now with the runner in scoring position at the plate. Smith looks back at second. Shot down the third base line just goes foul. The count remains 1-2.
So trying to stay alive in the box, but he gets a runner in scoring position. A rare opportunity today for the Spartans. They need to take advantage of it by any means necessary.
Robinson was on that, but I don't think he could have got that ball to first. But it just goes foul down the third base line, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout, and that will end the inning.
It was a good stand by the Spartans, but the pitching of Smith comes up clutch yet again as he gets his 6th strikeout of the game.
So as we go to the top of the 6th inning, the bottom of the 5th, 1 hit, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. It's a 1-0 North Sanpete lead. Top of the 6th coming up, North Sanpete will have Hudson Smith leading off.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Garrett Conover back out for the Emery Spartans. He's pitched a gem of a game, but the Spartans trail 1-0. And coming up to bat will be Hudson Smith.
Yeah, Smith just trying to do himself a little bit of favor on the mound by hitting well at this at-bat. They only got a 1-0 lead, but right now with how well both teams are playing defense and how well both pitchers are throwing right now, feels like this one could stay put at 1-0 barring any disastrous inning.
Yeah, we watched Hudson Smith pitch a great game against the Carbon Dinos. He's pitching a great game here again today. So is Conover. I love these 1-0 games. Aren't these great?
No, it's the thing. You know, you got a boring type of 1-0 game in baseball where it's just poor offense, poor defense. Nothing really stands out. But then you got a pitcher's duel like this.
Yes,
these
it's
are so
awesome.
much fun. It's like watching a chess match.
Conover's first pitch is a ball. Second pitch, fly ball to left field. Over there to make the play is Nielsen, and he'll come down with it for the out, number 1.
Easy routine play, and that's been the thing. When either of these pitchers have had contact hit off of them, it's never been anything too hard to corral in, especially ones that go soaring out into the outfield. Anything that's resulted in a base hit today, Sonny, has been a low dribbler right into the gap. Nothing too impressive power-wise, just enough to get the job done.
Aaron Costello up to bat. He walked in the first inning, struck out in the fourth, 0 for 1. First pitch by Conover is a strike and a 0-1 count with 1 down.
Yeah, I think that first inning was a bit of an anomaly for Conover, Sonny. He just hadn't found his rhythm early on. By the second inning, everything was kind of cleaned up, and since then, he's been lights out.
Pitch for the strike. Got the corner, and it's an 0-1 count.
Waited a little bit long on that call, and I was worried that was going to be called a ball, which would have been a little bit egregious, but makes the right call. Count moves 0-2.
0-2, yep. There's the pitch. It hits the ground before the plate, and the ball 1-2 the count.
Yep.
We'll have some scores from around the state here. The Dinos playing today as well. We got lots of baseball going on here on a Friday afternoon.
Well, speaking of the Dinos, Sonny, it's the bottom of the third out in ALA. The Dinos up 1-0 over ALA. Right now, they got a runner in score. They got runners in the corners. Maddox Wilson on third base. They have a chance to add some more insurance runs onto that. Then we move over to Union. Score still stays the same from the last time we checked it. It actually changes by 3 runs. Union had an explosive bottom of the third. Or top of the third, excuse me, as they are now up 7-0.
There's a shot down the third base line. Nice play that time by Drake Stilson. Throw to first for out number 2. I'm sorry, Aiden.
No, you're all good. That takes a little more precedent. What's happening everywhere else compared to what's happening right here. I'd rather hear what the Spartans are up to, but that's your update for what's happening across our region.
Yeah, them teams that Emery will be playing here towards the end of the season, so it's good to see how those teams are doing.
And next week it's the Dinos, Sonny. Big rivalry week between these two teams.
Conover with the windup and the pitch. Inside and a ball, no 1-0 count with 2 down. Osborne struck out in the first, singled in the fourth, 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch by Conover. Here's a little bouncer to second base. Fielding it there, it's Norton. Throw over to first in time for the out. And that'll be out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for North Sanpete in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's North Sanpete 1 and the Emery Spartans 0 when we come back.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the game of the week as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it has been just that, Aiden. The game of the week. It's 1-0 North Sanpete with the lead, and the Emery Spartans trying to put a run on the board here to tie this thing up.
Yeah, they just need to get one up there, and they've got they have the players to do it, Sonny. They just need to find a way to get through the arm of Hudson Smith. Even when they have been able to make contact, it's gone right to a fielder for the most part. So now still trying to figure out that puzzle as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Pitch by Smith. Outside in the ball, and 1-0 the count. To Bodie Norton, struck out in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1 on the day.
Yeah, and you look at the strikeouts through this game, Sonny. It's nothing you can really fault him for. It's just been a gem of a game from Hudson Smith. You look through his stats for the season, and you really see why he has the numbers he does. I mean, on the year, he has a 2.70 ERA through 11 appearances.
Fly ball down the line, left. It will land fair. Rounding first, going for a double is Norton. They called it foul, so he'll come back.
Well,
I didn't realize they called it foul. I don't think Norton did either, because
he was off like a bullet. Sonny
he
fired
was.
from the gun. He was rounded second by the time they started to call him back. An unfortunate turn of events. Counts it's 2-1 now off what could have been an easy double for the Spartans.
Pitch. Here's once again a foul ball down the third baseline. So the count now 2-2 with nobody out.
And just like that, the count evened up. An unfortunate break, but Norton giving a battle right now. The sophomore really leaving it all at the plate.
Smith. High in a full count now, 3-2 count.
Now this is where it starts to get a little dicey for Smith late in the game. That arm's going to start feeling a little rubbery, especially with the velocity he throws at.
Fouled out of play. The count remains 3-2.
And those are the kinds of at-bats, Sonny, that are going to do you a favor if you are unable to get any runs scored here in the bottom of the 6th. You want to wear them out as much as humanly possible. Give yourself a bit of an easier opponent headed into the 7th.
Wind seems to be picking up just a little bit more as the game goes along. Smith wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and out number 1.
And it just looks like Norton was caught in the middle of a should I swing, should I not swing motion. Ended up crossing the plane. A half-hearted swing ends in the strikeout.
So Hudson Smith has his 7th strikeout in the ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 down. Ben Johansson, the top of the lineup for the Emery Spartans, up. Grounded out to second in the 1st, flew out to left field in the 4th, swing and a miss and an 0-1 count.
So he's been making contact today. He just hasn't been able to put it in a place that's inconvenient for the defense, looking to try and flip that script as he goes to the plate this go-around.
Low and outside and a ball, 1-1. 1-1-1, the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, nobody on. Smith. Here's a little shot to the second baseman, goes over his head and drops out into right field. Nice play by Olson to try to make the play, but it drops into right field, and that'll be a base hit for Johansson.
That's the kind of play that Emery's been waiting for today. Johansson finally able to find a spot where there were no fielders. Well, there was one, but he hit it right over his head, narrowly grazes the tip of the glove, and then falls harmlessly to the ground for the single. Emery looking to take advantage of this situation now. They had one last inning. They were able to reach second, but weren't unable to do anything with that runner in scoring position.
Jensen sets the ball on the ground. The throw to first, not in time, and the runners on first and second. Ball goes into the outfield. The throw to second, rounding third, coming home. Is there going to be a play? There will not be a play, and Emery has tied this game up at 1. Nice base running by Ben Johansson, and he comes home, and they have a runner in scoring position on second.
There's a situation for North Sanpete, Sonny, where you're going, okay, we can make this easy play on the bunt. No, we can't. And now the ball's in the outfield, and the runner is scoring. It's one of those plays where you wish you could take everything that just happened back. A comedy of errors for the Hawks. They're going to call a mound visit. Coach doesn't look too happy.
That's one of those situations where you just hold the ball probably right there and you know, you still got the 1-0 lead. Instead, throw it to second, goes out in the outfield. That runner comes home, and the one run that Emery's been looking for, they have got here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're tied at 1.
And, you know, both teams have scored their singular runs this game in unconventional ways. I mean, in the first inning, it was a wild pitch and a stolen home plate that led to North Sanpete going up early, but now the Spartans score on just lots of mistakes. That's the best way to put it. Lots of mistakes occur on that, a breakdown defensively for North Sanpete. Now another running and scoring position, an opportunity to take the lead for the Spartans with only 1 out.
First pitch to the senior left fielder, number 22, Peyton Nielsen, is a strike and an 0-1 count. Nielsen 1 for 2, struck out in the first, singled in the fourth. Second pitch, a ball and a 1-1 count. Emery on second base. Jetson looking very aggressive back on second. See if they run that can take the lead on second. Ball goes into the dirt and a 2-1 count.
And you can tell Smith a little rattled after what just happened. Hasn't been himself in this ensuing at-bat. Nelson taking advantage of it favorably, puts himself ahead in the count 2-1.
Looks back at second. Low and a ball, 3-1 the count. So Nielsen ahead of the pitcher, 3-1 count, 1 down, tied at 1, bottom of the 6th.
And you know he's looking to try and deliver a strike here. You have a chance to swing and potentially take the lead here.
Smith looks back and a walk. So runners on first and second with the walk.
Now it feels like it's turning into a bit of danger time for the Hawks. They're going to keep Smith out there with no interruption, trying to let him build his confidence back. And we've seen him be able to escape from jams like this before. The Dinos left double digits stranded the last time the time North Sanpete and Carbon met. And it was courtesy to a lot of good plays by Smith. Now trying to bounce back here as he faces off against Conover.
That's his first walk of the game. Here in the bottom of the 6th, there's a fly ball out to center field, coming in to make the play, running in to make it a swap, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Runner stays at first and runner stays at second.
You know, it was just shallow enough in the outfield that it wasn't worth trying to go for that run, especially when you have someone in scoring position. You're at a very favorable portion of your lineup, as immediately behind Conover is Bo Stilson, a .304 hitter on the year. He's got 12 runs on 17 hits, only 4 RBIs, because we typically see him in that leadoff spot, so now he's got a chance.
Runner's going to go from second to third. It goes out into left field. Runner coming home. There's going to be a play at the plate. He is safe, and Emery takes a 2-1 lead.
Sonny, I think I threw my shoulder out. Aggressively motioning. That was a great play. And again, just fielding errors coming in to really impact North Sanpete. You had the opportunity for the play at third, go soaring out into the outfield, and then again a play at home potentially, but just unable to capitalize on it. So Spartans claim the lead 2-1.
Throwing errors, getting past the plate, going into the outfield has cost North Sanpete 2 runs. 2-1. Emery with the lead over the North Sanpete Hawks. There's a swing and a miss and a 1-2 count. We take a look at Emery's schedule to finish out the season. Parowan, Carbon, and Ogden.
That's a pretty tough slate looking at what's lying ahead for the Spartans as the count goes 2-2.
Yeah, that's it's not going to be easy.
Carbon sits one spot ahead of him in the RPI right now in at that 11 slot, but you look at Parowan, number 5 team in the 2A ranks.
Fouled away for a 2-2 count remains. Bo Stilson flew out to center field in the second, singled in the fifth, 1 for 2 on the day. So runner at second for the Emery Spartans, leading 2-1. Ball in the dirt, throw to third, goes out in the outfield again, out to left. Runner rounds third, comes home, play at the plate, not in time. It's a 3-1 Emery lead.
Well, Sonny, it looks like you found what's working for you right now, and we talked about it earlier on the second base steal, that on the high school level, it feels like that the pop time to the actual throw is this is the hardest level to actually achieve that because you're working with such speed along the bases, but now we're seeing it on the third base path, and it's resulted in 2 easy runs for Emery due to throwing errors.
3-1 Emery. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 3, but not before Emery gets 3 runs past home plate. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, it's the Emery Spartans 3, North Sanpete 1. When we come back, up at the top of the 7th inning will be Jaden Robinson.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So in the bottom of the 6th inning, Emery has 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, nobody left on. So it's now a 3-1 Emery lead. And coming up to bat will be Jaden Robinson, struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. So he's 1 for 2 in the ball game. The junior third baseman, leadoff batter in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. He'll get on with a little blooper down the third base line. And the single and the leadoff batter to start the 7th inning for North Sanpete is on.
Well, North Sanpete recognizing that it is now or never. They need to find a way to at least tie this game up. They need to get 2 across home plate, or else this one's going to be over by the mid-inning mark. Speaking of games that are about to be over, Sonny, bottom of the 10th, Union up 10-0 over Manti.
Union, big lead over Manti. Hansen up to bat for North Sanpete, 0 for 2, struck out in the 2nd and in the 4th. Pitch by Conover for the strike. And Garrett's just had a great game.
He has. He had a slow start in the 1st, but since then, Sonny, he has been lights out. As it's bottom of the 4th for the Carbon Dinos, they're up 2-0 over ALA.
11 strikeouts in the game. Here's a hard hit to the shortstop, out at 2nd, the throw to 1st for the double play, and they got it. Nice play by Jensen. They go to 2nd to 1st for the double play, 2 down.
And you know, Sonny, it makes your job so much easier as a pitcher when you have a defense behind you that you can trust. That was something that we saw Emery struggle with early on in the season. A lot of fielding errors were committed, but now, as we get closer and closer to the point where you want your team to be peaking, they've been able to really put it together in the field, and it showed on that double play, made it look easy as can be.
So they get the leadoff batter on base, and then the double play turned by the Emery defense. So 2 down here in the top of the 7th, a 3-1 Emery lead, and up to bat. Ashton Olson, the second baseman senior, wearing number 4. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd and 4th. The pitch by Conover for the strike. Oh, 1 count. 2 down. Conover's pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
Now 1 away from putting this game away. Sonny Conover got to be feeling pretty good given the circumstances. I mean, he's been electric today.
Yes,
11 strikeouts, like you mentioned. London for 12 here.
Incredible game. shot up the middle to the shortstop. Jensen to first, 4 out, number 3, and that's the game. The Emery Spartans come alive in the bottom of the 6th inning, scored 3 runs, and they come away with a 3-1 win over North Sanpete.
And they came alive right when they needed to, Sonny. It was a slow offensive start for them through the first 5. But that bottom of the 6th, they were finally able to start putting the ball into play. And thanks to a few throwing errors and aggressive base running from the Spartans, they were able to steal this game away, both figuratively and literally coming away with a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, Emery has a great 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th, they take advantage of some throwing errors. They get some runs to come home, have a great pitching outing by Garrett Conover, and the Spartans win 3-1.
And that was just a great game defensively from start to finish. And it wasn't a low-scoring game in the sense that, it was a very boring watch. This was exciting from start to finish. Both pitchers delivering an excellent game. Hudson Smith, Garrett Conover dueling in this contest. But in the end, it's Conover who's able to escape with the victory. Smith gets handed the loss. And, you got to give the credit to the Spartans, always finding a way to peak when it matters most. And right now, it looks like they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, both pitchers allow 4 hits. But the mistakes in the throwing game for North Sanpete, the difference in the ball game, and is why Emery wins 3-1.
And it was a near identical throw both times that led to 2 runners scoring for the Spartans. That second attempt, third base steal attempt, I was worried that was going to be an easy pickoff out. However, ball goes soaring over third base's head into the outfield, able to bring another runner home, give him that extra cushion. You got to love what the Spartans were able to do. Manager Chase Julian put together an absolute masterclass when it came to directing his guys along the base path.
So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have some stats for you. Once again, the Emery Spartans come away with a 3-1 win over North Sanpete, the game of the week here on KOAL.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy. I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the game of the week here at Emery High School. The Emery Spartans come away with the 3-1 win over North Sanpete today. It's a good battle, defensive battle. We'll look at some stats. And Aiden, I like these kind of games, these low-scoring pitching duels. I think they're exciting because every single play has you on your seat because you're just waiting for something big to happen, and that's exactly what happened. A couple of bad throws trying to make a play on the bases by North Sanpete turns into a couple of runs for Emery. It's the difference in the game.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you, Sonny. It's games like these where you really see the excitement shine through in every at-bat. There wasn't a single person who stepped to the plate where I thought it was going to be a foregone conclusion that they weren't going to do some damage, and that's what made the pitching duel so interesting because Emery has a team full of players who can put the ball into the field. They hit very well as a group. I mean, you look at the team batting average, they're hitting 284 on the year. That's nothing to slouch at. And every time they went up to face Smith, I thought it was going to be the one that finally did the damage, but nothing really ever went past the realm of a single. It was just good base running and poor throwing for the Hawks that did them in, and Emery just took full advantage of that.
So if we take a look at pitching first, we'll take a look at the pitching stats, and we'll start out with Hudson Smith. He had 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. He allowed 4 hits in the ball game. He pitched an incredible game, really. As we said, the couple of errors on throws, the difference. But, I mean, North Sanpete, they lose 3-1, but, I mean, Hudson Smith had a great outing.
Yeah, no, you can't fault him for the loss here, Sonny. He delivered when he had to throughout the game. It was just that bottom of the 6th inning. He started losing control a little bit. We saw his first walk of the game there. But what really did him in the end was the aggressive base running for the Spartans, trying to get the steals to third. It panicked the catcher. It resulted in throws out into outfield, and Emery took full advantage. They just continued on moving forward.
That's a very good point that we didn't bring up. The aggressive base running by Emery in those situations caused that to happen.
Yeah, it was something that you really We talk about it time and time again. In this age of baseball, it feels like if you're not an aggressive base running team, you're leaving runs on the table. And at first, Emery, once they got runners on base, they were a little hesitant to try and do anything with them. And, you know, in a close game, I can understand that hesitancy a little bit. But as soon as they tucked their hair back and they started running, that's when they were able to make really good things happen. Rattled North Sanpete, who up to that point hadn't been familiar with seeing runners on the base path. And because of that, Emery takes advantage of the confusion, scores.
Yeah, so junior Hudson Smith finishes with 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, allowed 4 hits, and 3 runs. So as you take a look at Garrett Conover, what a pitching day he had here for the Emery Spartans. He has 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, and allows 4 hits.
Yeah, he was.
And 1 run.
Yeah, he was just electric the whole game. So he took some time to warm up out in the first, but after that, he was just near unstoppable. And we talked about this midway through the game with those 12 strikeouts today, or excuse me, 11 strikeouts. I can't count,
11,
Sonny.
yes.
That's why I studied communication. But you look at it, and his strikeout total climbs continuously. He gets all the way to 28 on the season. That puts him in the lead for the Spartans in terms of strikeouts thrown this year. Right behind him, Trick Jensen. That's a 1-2 punch come playoff time. That's going to be pretty formidable to face.
Yeah, it's a great outing for Garrett Conover. We'll take a look at North Sanpete on the offensive side. Bryce Swap was 1 for 3, singled and scored a run in the first inning. In fact, he was the leadoff batter in the game, and that run in the first inning was the only run until the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and it was one of those games where I wouldn't be surprised if that game ended 1-0 with Swap being the hero early on. He just took advantage of an early game situation. You know, you get on base, he's aggressive on the base path. A wild pitch goes over the head of Tice Larson to the backstop. He's able to run home with ease and come up with the steal. So from that point on, Emery really cleaned things up in that pitcher to catcher connection. And from that point on, it was just impossible for offense to get going.
Wyatt Williams was 0 for 2. He did reach first on an error. That was in the 3rd inning. Hudson Smith was 0 for 3. Aaron Costello was 0 for 2. He did have a walk. And Osborne was 1 for 3. He had a single in the 4th inning. Robinson was 2 for 3. So Jaden Robinson struck out in the 2nd, had a couple of singles in the 4th and the 7th. So a good offensive day for Jaden Robinson.
Yeah, and you know, it's things like that where you look at the stat sheet, and it wasn't an abysmal offensive game for either team. It was just better defense overall.
Hansen was 0 for 3, Olsen 0 for 3, and Guidos was 0 for 2 for North Sanpete. We'll take a look at the Emery Spartans on the offensive side. Ben Johansson was 1 for 3 on the afternoon, singled in the 6th inning and scored a run.
Yeah, and it was part of the big catalyst for Emery with him getting on to base. That's what really set them up for a lot of success.
Treg Jensen was 1 for 3. He singled in the 6th inning and scored a run in that inning as well.
And again, Treg was able to do it all defensively. He had the nice tag out at short, saved an inning in, I believe it was the top of the 4th. But he was able to come through on the offensive end in the bottom of the 6th inning, and he was another hero for Emery.
And Peyton Nielsen was 1 for 2 with the single. He also walked and scored a run as well.
Yeah, and it's players like that and the stats like that that really show that even through a limited amount of at-bats for the Spartans, they were able to make the most of what they could.
Conover was 0 for 3. Bo Stilson was 1 for 3, had a single in the 5th inning. Stoker was 0 for 2. Drake Stilson was 0 for 2. Larson 0 for 2, and Bodie Norton 0 for 2 for the Emery Spartans, but they have 3 runs, and they come away with a region win, which puts them at 2-4. So they beat North Sanpete both times they play.
Yep, they get the season sweep of the Hawks. And, you know, I was talking about it earlier today. It's a rivalry between these two teams. It's not as talked about as, say, Manti, North Sanpete, or Carbon Emery, but there's definitely history between these two teams, and it goes back all the way back to the 1990s, 1980s, even the 1970s. These two teams have always had it out for each other, and today, Emery able to secure the win in the game and in the series.
Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. North Sanpete now 10-10 on the season, 3-3 in region play.
And North Sanpete, they don't have to necessarily panic. They had a hot start to region. They went undefeated, swept the Dinos, but now they're starting to kind of see that this is a pretty tough region to try and secure wins. And you look through it, Sonny, Union, the number 1 team in 3A right now, and Manti, number 4, and Union showing why they are number 1 today, currently 10 running against the Templars. So a tough squad there. North Sanpete comes in at number 6. So a bulk of their losses in region play have come in those slates against Union, against Manti. That's just a tough test for any team.
So the Emery Spartans now 6-11, 2-4 in region play. Once again, the final score, Emery 3, North Sanpete 1. When we come back, we'll take a quick look at the region standings, and then we'll call it an evening here at Emery High School. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Drive Time Sports listeners. Today, the Emery Spartans came away with the 3-1 win over North Sanpete in the game of the week, and they win their second region game, going to 2-4 in region play, and a great pitching outing by Garrett Conover for the Emery Spartans. He just pitched a jam, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits, allowed only 1 run.
Yeah, he was lights out from that first inning on. He just had a few jitters to get out at the start of the game, but from that point on, he was electric to watch on the mound, Sonny. Unstoppable up there, and he did what he had to do, especially when push came to shove at the end of the game. Needed that final out in the 7th inning, and he executes perfectly.
And really good base running for the Emery Spartans in certain situations to get the runs home.
Yeah, no, normally stealing third feels a little bit riskier than trying to steal second right down from the line from the catcher. However, today it wasn't their throw to make, as both times they attempted to make it go soaring out into the outfield. Emery brings home 2 runners that way and helps elevate them to that nice 3-1 lead.
So before we call it an evening, we'll take a quick look at the 3A region after today's games. Some games still in progress. Some have been decided, Aiden. Let's take a look at it real quick.
Yeah, looking at the 3A standings, Sunny Union going to move to 6-0 in region play after an absolute drubbing of the Manti Templars. Manti, with that, will fall to 5-3. They'll stay put in the 2nd place slot. North Sanpete, goes to 3-3, so an even 500 in the region slate. Emery moves to 2-4 in region play, and Carbon still yet with a win in region play. They've got one last chance next week against the Spartans, so we could see some shifts coming in the last little bit of the season. But right now, things looking pretty concrete in Region 13.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Union's playing really good baseball right now.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement, Sonny. We watched them here a few weeks ago. That's just a perfect combination. They're able to hit, they're able to pitch, they field perfectly. As a team that it's going to be tough to try and topple heading into the postseason.
So with that, anything else, Aiden, before we call it an evening here, the game of the week? And Emery, it's been great coming here. They treat us like gold every time we come here. Once again, the final score, Emery with the win 3-1 over North Sanpete. Anything?
Yeah, go Spartans.
Have a great evening. Thanks for listening here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Once again, the final score, Emery 3, North Sanpete 1.